As any almost well-educated person knows, Pepsi is an important part of any healthy breakfast. But the delightful soft drink is more than just a nutritious refreshment. I'll bet you didn't know it was once one of the world's 6th largest and most powerful militaries. And no, I'm not lying to you. I would never do that unless we were dating. It's Russ Woody again, whether you like it or not, with another vital historical fact. It all started back in 1959 during the famous kitchen talks in Moscow between America's beloved Vice President Richard Nixon and Nikita Khrushchev, the freewheeling lady killer and leader of the communist Soviet Union. In part of a carefully contrived plan, Nixon and Khrushchev got into an argument about capitalism and communism. So to cool things down, the vice president of Pepsi stepped in and offered Khrushchev a refreshing soft drink, Pepsi. Khrushchev had one sip and went cuckoo for it, like we used to do for Cocoa Puffs, remember? And that's how Pepsi was introduced to the Eastern Bloc. So the Soviet Union wanted to buy large quantities of Pepsi, but Soviet money was useless outside of the country. They decided then they would barter instead with Stolichnaya. The trade was made and the vodka became extremely popular in the United States during that time. Okay, but tell me, Russ, how did Pepsi become a military power? And I'm getting to that, so just let up. Later, when the Soviet Union attacked and invaded Afghanistan in 1979, the Americans started boycotting all Soviet products, including Stolichnaya. And Pepsi no longer wanted to supply the soft drink to the USSR. Tragic. But the Soviet Union was desperate to hold on to the deal. So after the Cold War ended, they decided to trade a shitload of their military equipment for Pepsi. 17 submarines, a cruiser, a destroyer, a frigate, some oil tankers, and merchant ships in exchange for $3 billion worth of Pepsi. Well, Pepsi, of course, took the offer because they didn't want to suffer any losses. And suddenly, they became the 6th largest military power in the world. But all this military equipment was in poor condition, so Pepsi wasn't really prepared for any war or battle. At least they would have blown the shit out of Dr. Pepper, I'll tell you what. Pepsi ended up selling all of the material to a Swedish scrap recycling company to cover the cost of their soda shipment to the Soviet Union. And thank God they did. I mean, seriously, can you imagine a huge organization of commercially obsessed corporate executives in charge of a military arsenal?